Why you need trader conviction. Hi, it's Charlie giving you today's video. So these videos I'm pre-recording, so by the time you're seeing them, the markets have moved on. But it's summer and I'm taking a short break. So why do you need trade conviction? Well, I've just got a chart up of the S&P right now. So let's say I've seen this, it's done a nice enough pullback into whatever a given level, and I'm looking at this now, it started to bounce as, okay, I want to buy this. And maybe you've got some sort of setup signal that you, oh right, yeah, I've got a signal here, I'm going to buy this. So you buy. You've not done much more than just looking at, oh, I've got a signal, a buy signal, and you've bought. And then, a bar or two down the line, you start getting really antsy towards it. Oh no, and you start seeing all the reasons why it might roll over. And so you panic and maybe you close out the position. This is typical of what goes on all around the world all of the time. So because people jump in based on signals that they haven't got their head around. And so you need to have conviction and confidence of basically your entries or whatever. So if you don't have conviction, then you're behind your trade, you're more likely to jump out early. And when some reversal candlestick happens or something, oh my god, there's a reversal candlestick, or there's a bit of news, and you'll see all the reasons why you should come out. So before you go into a trade, you've got a signal coming in, make sure you have conviction behind that trade. Because if you don't, then you're likely to trade it badly. Let me give you an example. Talking of which, if I take this trade right now and it rolls over and stops me out, will I be frustrated, angry, emotional on the back of that? Because if any of those emotions are there, prevalent, and you say, yeah, I'd be a bit upset if it stopped me out, that's your answer. You do not take the trade. Because every single trade that you take, if it becomes a stop out, you shouldn't be emotional about it. No one wants stop outs, but you should be accepting of that, of, okay, yes, that's accepting of the method that I'm using and that I've been comfortable with the trade. It's just one of those things. The trade ticked all of my entry criteria. Okay, it just stopped me out. So a stop out is not a bad trade, it's just a trade. If anything, it should be a good trade, because providing you're following your rules, then a stop out is not a bad trade. It's just a good trade that you've executed that just so happens on that occasion hasn't worked out. So you need to make sure that you've got conviction behind the trade. If you don't use that sort of language, if I get stopped out, how will I feel about this? Because if you say, oh yeah, actually, I think I would get a bit emotional if I got stopped out on this, then you shouldn't take the trade, because you're just going to trade it badly. Like I've said, you'll get into it and you won't hold on to it to where you're supposed to hold on to it, or manage it in the way you're supposed to manage it, and you'll start looking at all the reasons why and excuses why you should exit. So my title today is why you need trade conviction. Is always about taking a trade is easy. Holding on to the trade for your designated target, or if you're using a trailing stop approach, that's the tough stuff that a lot of people struggle with. So the more conviction you have behind the trade and confidence in the signals that you're using, when I say signals, the strategy, the method, whatever you want to call it, if you've got confidence in all of that, then you'll trade it well and you'll trade it according to the plan. If you don't have confidence and you don't have conviction behind your trade, you won't trade it well, so don't bother taking it in the first place. So there are arresting mechanisms you can use, like that language, like that question that I've just said. You can use those sorts of things to say, yeah, maybe the trade is a bit flaky, maybe the setup's a bit flaky and you were just keen to get in. And actually it doesn't meet all of your rules. And just by asking yourself these questions might act as an arresting mechanism to stop you taking flaky trades where yeah, it's not actually meeting all your rules. Or it could be meeting all of your rules, but you're going to trade it badly anyway. Maybe because you've just had a few losers prior to that, and your mind isn't in the best of places. So there's no point in trading if your mind isn't. So all of that stuff is really important, and that's why you need trade conviction. Have a lovely day. I'll be seeing you soon.